Have you ever had a moment where something small happened and it stayed in your head for the rest of the day? Maybe you said something slightly awkward in class, or you got a lower mark than you expected, or someone didn't reply to your message. And suddenly your brain starts saying things like, "Why did I say that?" Or "Everyone probably thinks I'm weird," or "I'm such a bad student." And the strange thing is that nobody else is thinking about it anymore, but your brain refuses to let it go. People think low self esteem is someone who looks shy or quiet, but that's actually not how it shows up most of the time. You can be social, you can have friends, you can even look confident and still have self esteem that quietly collapses when you make even one mistake. So, in this video, I want to talk about 10 signs that someone might have low self esteem, but they don't realize it. And some of these are very subtle. And if you recognize yourself in a few of them, you're definitely not the only one. Let's start with the first one. 1. You overthink small interactions. You replay conversations for hours, you analyze the tone, and you assume that you sounded stupid, and you keep thinking about it long after the moment is over. It might be something small like answering a question in class, or saying something in a group chat, or making a comment amongst friends. But hours later, the brain is still replaying that one moment and trying to analyze it. But the interesting thing is that most people have probably already moved on from the moment, but the person with low self esteem keeps replaying it. Second is that you apologize excessively, even when you did nothing wrong, because sorry becomes an automatic response. Some teenagers say sorry automatically, even when they have done nothing wrong. And it can happen in very normal situations like asking a question in class, or sending a message, or expressing an opinion. The apology becomes a way of making yourself smaller so that nobody gets annoyed or uncomfortable because of you. And a lot of times, this comes from the feeling that your presence might be inconvenient for others. So you start assuming that speaking up, or asking for help, or taking space will bother people. The third is you take everything personally. Someone is quiet, you assume it's about you. Someone is not replying, you assume you did something wrong. Because when self esteem is low, the brain often assumes that people's behavior must somehow be about you. If someone reads a message but doesn't reply immediately, the mind can start building stories about why that happened. And in reality, people are usually dealing with their own thoughts, their stress, or distractions. But when confidence is shaky, the brain fills these gaps with negative explanations. If someone seems quiet, distant, or distracted, it's easy to think that something is wrong. The fourth one is that you tie performance to worth. A bad grade is equals to "I'm a bad student." A rejection is equals to "I'm unlovable." And one of the most common patterns in teenagers is connecting achievements directly to personal value. So, a single grade, a result, or an outcome can start to feel like a statement about who you are as a person. Number 5 is you avoid trying new things. Not because you don't want to, but because you're scared of confirming your worst fear. Trying new things always comes with uncertainty. You might not be good at it immediately, and other people might see you learning or making mistakes. But for someone who already has doubts about themselves, the situation can feel very risky. Because of this, many teenagers start avoiding opportunities that could actually help them grow. They might hesitate to join clubs or participate in competitions or even speak up in class. The sixth one is that you compare constantly. Looks, marks, followers, friend groups. A lot of teenagers spend a huge amount of time measuring themselves against other people. It doesn't just happen with looks anymore. It can happen with grades, popularity, social skills, talents, or even how someone seems confident in public. And when the self esteem is shaky, the brain automatically looks for proof that other people are doing better. Even if you are doing well in many areas, your attention goes straight to the people who seem to have something that you don't. Seventh point is that you struggle to accept compliments. Yeah, you deflect, you minimize, or you feel uncomfortable when someone gives you a compliment. And instead of feeling happy or proud, you might feel awkward or uncomfortable. Your first reaction might be to just brush it off or laugh it away or explain it to them why it's not actually true. So, for example, if someone says that you did well on something, your instinct might be to say that it was just luck or it wasn't that good actually. This happens because some teenagers also worry that accepting a compliment will make them seem arrogant. So they minimize their achievements or qualities instead of simply acknowledging them. Number 8 is that you change yourself to fit in. Different personality in different groups. You might feel like you have to change your personality or opinions or interests to match with the group that you are in. With one group, you may act louder, more confident, and with another group, you may become quieter or more agreeable. So, when self esteem is stronger, people still adapt slightly to different environments, but they don't feel the need to hide their real personality so that their opinions are accepted by everyone. Number 9 is that you need constant reassurance. Are you mad? Was that okay? Do you still like me? Some teenagers feel a strong need to repeatedly check whether everything is okay in their relationships. They might frequently ask their friends if they are upset or if something is wrong or if the friendship is still good. Even when people reassure them that everything is fine, the relief may only last for a short time before it returns again. And finally, number 10 is that you judge yourself more harshly than anyone else. Many teenagers speak to themselves in ways that they would never speak to a friend. When something goes wrong, their inner voice becomes so critical. A small mistake might trigger a long stream of negative thoughts about being careless, awkward, or not good enough. Instead of seeing the mistakes as a normal part of learning, the mind turns it into proof of personal failure. And we would not do that to our friends, but we are judging ourselves harshly. But you would not do the same to your friend if they came up and told you that they made a mistake. You will be harsh on yourself, but not on them. So, if you related to a lot of these signs, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. Most people were never actually taught how self esteem works. It's something you build over time. And on this channel, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Understanding your mind, building confidence, and learning how to stop letting small things define you. So if that's something you want to work on, you'll probably enjoy the videos here. I'll see you in the next one.